Guys, welcome to this new section of Django series. In this tutorial and in the subsequent tutorials, we will learn how to query and manipulate data using Django object relational mapper, and we'll also see and take an overview of object relational mapper and problem it solves. Okay, and subsequently what we will do, we'll move on to various ways to query and manipulate our data. Okay, apart from this, in the subsequent sections we will see filtering, sorting, grouping data and many more like that. Okay, so by end of this section you will be able to confidently pull out data and store it in your relational database. So let us get started. So what is ORM, that is object relational mapper, and what problem it solves? So if you see the relational database, the data is stored as rows in tables. So when you pull up the data from a relational database, we need to map these rows into objects. Okay, तो पहले क्या होता था कि we used to write a SQL query, send it to database, which leads to time consuming and relatively taskable. Every time you have to pull out the data, you will have to write a SQL query. ठीक है, because for each record we will have to create a new object and set its attribute. So this is where the object relational mapper comes into play. Okay, object relational mapper, as the name suggests, it maps objects to relational records and hence help us from writing a lot of repetitive codes. So using ORM we don't have to write SQL code. What we can do, we can write the code in object oriented programming language such as Python, and then ORM will translate the Python code into SQL code. Okay, but does this mean that we don't have to write SQL code at all? No, the answer is no. For complex query we still have to write SQL codes. Okay, so but overall if we see, object relational mapper helps reduce the complexity of the code. Then second thing is that it makes code more understandable, and third thing is that it leads to write the code quickly because we are writing in an object oriented programming language. All right, so object oriented programming language gets converted to SQL code by Django object relational mapper, and that's how it helps. Okay, if you take the example of migrations in Django. As we had seen that in migration, what we had done, we had created tables instantly. चुटकी बजा के हमने टेबल को क्रिएट कर लिया था. ठीक है, we didn't have to write any SQL code for that, and that is an example of object relational mapper. Don't worry guys, we'll see some more this kind of things in our subsequent episodes, followed by resetting the database managers and query sets, retrieving object, filtering, complex lookups, referencing, sorting, limiting results, and many more things are there. You just have to have patience guys, because this particular course is not that much small. It will take some time, and good things, let me tell you, takes time. So you just give your time and dedicate yourself, focus on this particular thing and follow it one by one, and I promise you, you will become pro in Django. That is my promise. I had told you in the first episode only. All right, so thank you so much for watching me, and be patient and stay tuned with futuristic approach for more and more updates and episodes. So I see you in next class. Probably by next week we'll start the another class. Alright, so the subsequent episodes will be from the next week onwards. So you stay tuned with futuristic approach, and see you in next video. Till the time, bye.